competitive sparring matching. So we had to stop sparring because we got too heated in the sparring match. So Dan pulled us out. Yeah, he got the better of me. He outboxed me. He got the better of me. He did his thing that day. But not.
You know, I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, you know, and how he was acting, and that, you know, me, I'm a real. I just felt like, you know, we was all cool at once.
Terence Crawford hit back at Floyd Mayweather after the boxing legend leaked footage of their sparring session, aiming to mock the three-division undisputed champion and convince doubters that Crawford isn't superior to him. Floyd Mayweather has seemingly tried to make Terence Crawford look bad ever since Crawford's victory over Canelo, especially as fans began debating that Crawford might be the better boxer. After repeatedly calling him out with no response, Mayweather posted a short clip of their sparring session on social media, showing himself getting the better of Crawford. However, the video didn't stay up long, as Mayweather quickly deleted it, further fueling speculation about his intentions and the rivalry between the two champions. That didn't stop Crawford from noticing the post and firing back. He responded with a message aimed at Floyd, saying, "Asterisk, this man's such a hater. That wasn't even a full clip. I caught him plenty of times. I don't know why he's being shady. Asterisk."
Mentioned and talked about it, you know, side. You know, I just felt like he did a lot of funny stuff and said a lot of stuff that, you know, you claim that you're cool, but you'll never see it. That was my issue with him. You know, I just know, you know, character take you a long way. I just moved on.
Floyd Mayweather has been pushing for a fight with Crawford ever since fans began calling Crawford the GOAT following his victory over Canelo. The praise didn't sit well with Floyd, particularly since he was never undisputed, while Crawford has now achieved that status in three weight divisions. Still, Crawford has largely ignored him, saying a fight would only mean easy money.
Using what he got to shoot. He got the security guards around him and, you know, limelight, stuff like that, but in certain situations he wasn't.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
His poor personality and his.
Mayweather felt compelled to call out Crawford not only because of pressure from boxing fans, but also because two of his former opponents publicly claimed Crawford was a better fighter, a statement that seemed to diminish the legacy of the boxing legend. Along with Canelo, Shane Mosley, who lost to Mayweather on points 15 years ago, echoed the same sentiment.
All right, Jeff Zimmerman here with the champ, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, two-division world champ, and oh, by the way, a Hall of Famer. And Tim, I want to call you the most outspoken man in boxing, and I mean that affectionately. I gave Keith Thurman.
Speaking to Fight Hub TV, Shane Mosley made headlines by claiming that he believes Terence, but Crawford is actually better than Floyd Mayweather, while still giving respect to his former rival. Mosley acknowledged Mayweather's immense talent, but emphasized Crawford's size, versatility, and ability to move up in weight classes successfully. "I think Crawford is better, bigger, and all-around more complete fighter," Mosley explained. "Mayweather's really good. You can't take that away from him. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford's long arms and size would give him the edge."
Since that round, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved a weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather.
Fans and analysts worldwide have already begun debating whether Terence, but Crawford should now be considered the greatest fighter of all time following his historic victory over Canelo Alvarez. The win not only elevated the 37-year-old back to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings, but also cemented his legacy in boxing history. Interestingly, Canelo himself had hinted before the fight that Crawford was a superior boxer, and after suffering defeat, he doubled down on that belief. Speaking at the post-fight press conference, Canelo made headlines by declaring, asterisk, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. He's simply the better fighter." Asterisk.
If you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
This statement holds particular significance given that it came from someone who has shared the ring with both Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. For Canelo to make such a bold declaration immediately after a loss demonstrates either genuine sportsmanship or true belief in Crawford's superiority. His comments sparked instant debate across the boxing world. Many supporters highlighted Crawford's willingness to jump through multiple weight divisions and consistently face elite opposition, while others defended Mayweather's flawless record and iconic resume. Crawford himself addressed the matter, noting that Canelo's perspective comes from first-hand experience. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, Crawford said, "Canelo has been in the ring with both me and Floyd. People can argue all they want, but he actually shared the ring with both of us. So when he says I'm better..."
How did that feel to hear that from someone like him?
I just was like, it's his personal opinion. He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, they can see what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like
By just pivoting, on an angle and, making Canelo reach. There were spots inside the ring that I saw Crawford, try to.
Ultimately, this debate will continue because it's rooted in subjective opinion. What is undeniable, however, is that both fighters, Mayweather and Crawford, are undefeated, at least for now in Crawford's case, have been long-standing champions across multiple weight classes, and will be remembered as two of the greatest American boxers in the history of the sport. In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Crawford's trainer, Brian McIntyre, appeared wearing a hat labeled JT, and made it clear he believes Bud is the greatest of all time. He stressed that Crawford's achievements are not just his own, but the result of a dedicated team guiding him to dominate 3 divisions unlike anyone else today. When asked directly about Canelo's bold statement, McIntyre's response was straightforward. Asterisk, who, Terence? Of course he is. Of course he's better.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
me.
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd?
I don't know. I thought you'd hesitate maybe even a bit, but no.
For Bulak, the debate is straightforward. Crawford has already surpassed what Mayweather once represented in the ring. Yet while the discussion continues, Crawford himself has remained calm after his points victory over Alvarez. He downplayed the historical comparison, stating, asterisk, Floyd was the greatest of his era. I'm the greatest of mine. There's no need to compare us. Asterisk, his words showed respect for Mayweather, though they haven't stopped fans and analysts from keeping the controversy alive.
Around those two. Crawford or Mayweather.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he's moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter.
After all, Mayweather defeated a young and less experienced Canelo in 2013, while Crawford overcame a far more seasoned version of the Mexican star, adding weight to this new narrative. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith highlighted the key difference between the two legends. In his view, Crawford's greatness comes not only from technically outboxing Canelo, but also from standing his ground, exchanging punches, enduring pressure, and ultimately emerging stronger. By contrast, Smith noted, Mayweather was a defensive genius, nearly impossible to hit, making his style and legacy distinctly different from Crawford's approach.
Crawford's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? He would have kept him at bay. Been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely taking his head mistakes.
According to Stephen A. Smith, that distinction is key. While Crawford displayed grit, adaptability, and resilience, Mayweather built his entire legacy on a nearly flawless defense. The boxing world remains divided. Some argue Crawford has already surpassed Mayweather, while others insist Floyd's defensive brilliance remains unmatched. What is undeniable is that both fighters define their own eras, each elevating the sport with unique styles. The Crawford versus Mayweather debate is only just beginning, and with Canelo's bold admission and Bomac's remarks, the conversation will continue making headlines. One thing is certain, Bud has already secured his place among boxing's immortals.
Put against Mayweather, right? How do you think a fight between both of them turn out?
If Mayweather gets hit with Crawford like I hit him and rocked, it might not end well for Mayweather. They might be over it. But Mayweather could outbox Crawford, I think, because Crawford has the mindset, I'm trying to knock you out. And Mayweather knows how to play to that, I'm trying to knock you out type of thing. Because he's used to people coming at him, trying to hit him hard all the time.
However, an interesting debate arises when comparing how Mayweather and Crawford built their undefeated records. Active boxer Ryan Garcia raised this very point during a September 10th segment of Ring Magazine's Inside the Ring, sparking further discussion among boxing fans.
My mother, we felt like he was a disadvantage and he had a blind gesture for us and he was done. So, I don't know. Floyd, best fighter, in his era. And I feel like I'm the best fighter.
The discussion began with Max Kellerman's take that Manny Pacquiao should rank above Floyd Mayweather on a pound-for-pound list of the century's best boxers. His comments came in response to ESPN's recent article placing Mayweather at number 1 and Pacquiao at number 2. Former NFL player LaShawn McCoy defended the ranking, saying, asterisk, nobody has changed the game like Floyd Money Mayweather. Asterisk, to which Ryan Garcia shot back, asterisk, in a bad way. Garcia explained further, asterisk, Mayweather mastered the art of picking the perfect time to fight someone or not fight them at all. He's the best at that. He made all the big fights and the most money. But why? Because he timed every single one. After junior lightweight, he never fought anyone truly in their prime. He changed the game in the worst way possible. Now everybody is just trying to protect that zero on their record. Asterisk.
It's a game like Floyd Money Mayweather.
He mastered the art of knowing when to fight somebody and when not to fight somebody. I mean, he's the best in that game. He's the best in, making money and making all the, the huge fights happen. But why? Because he was timing every single one. He never fought nobody really in their prime. He always had to junior lightweight. Yeah. He changed the game in the worst way possible. You're right. Everybody's trying to protect their own.
A lot of the stuff that Canelo was doing, and that I would say this, that work that helped in that aspect because Canelo was reacting to a lot of the counters that Crawford was throwing. Usually in the past, Canelo would stand right there. He would lunge and he would stay in place. However, Canelo.
Crawford's recent accomplishments have many questioning traditional boxing hierarchy, and the timing is perfect as he reaches the peak of his powers while still competing at the sport's highest level. On his show Inside the Ring, Max Kellerman weighed in on the Crawford versus Mayweather debate, bringing decades of boxing analysis to the table. The veteran commentator acknowledged that Mayweather holds clear advantages in several areas, most notably his resume, depth of opposition, defensive mastery, and exceptional hand speed. These technical strengths, Kellerman noted, were central to Mayweather's dominance and helped cement him as one of boxing's all-time great champions.